call this planning meeting of the Anchorage Advisory Committee to order. Today is April 22nd. Looks like it's 12:31 p.m. We'll do a roll call.
Jennifer Rusk here.
Ron Fleming.
John Wilson-Nash.
Sam Lurie.
Chris Riedel-King.
Ted Lawwill.
Ed Schoonover.
Curtis Ludwig.
Perfect. All right, we have a short amount of time, so what I thought I would do is just take you through the document that I sent out via Curtis, and we'll go through it in order if we can, and then we will add and subtract and answer any questions that are outstanding, but I think we're in pretty good shape. I feel good about it. Hopefully everybody else does. Okay, location, we know all about that, 1 to 3:30. The band will start at 4. I did contact Mike Fayock, and he will work with us with the band. They will start bringing their equipment in about 2, but as long as we can occupy the very front of the stage or in front of the stage, we shouldn't have any issues. So I'm thinking that might be a floater responsibility for Ed and Ron to help us get the band equipment in, and he said he can ask them to be quiet. They'll do that. They're just sort of a large band, so they will have some equipment. Alrighty. Let's go to run of show. We're gonna arrive at 10 o'clock for setup. Our nonprofits will start arriving at 11. You feel good about your schedule for them?
Yep.
Okay. We'll open our registration officially at 1, but we know that we may have some people who show up early, and that's just fine. Yes,
I
ma'am?
do have a question. For the nonprofits, would they be able to register earlier before the setup? I sent them out a letter and figured that if they could go and register and get their stuff and then go and set up, so
Yeah.
they're not setting up and having to leave their items on the
Yeah,
table.
I think we can do that.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, it'll be sort of a piecemeal sort of thing, so I think that'll be fine. 1:45, the boater intros, so Curtis and Sam, can you kind of work together to figure out who of the boaters, when they check in, who would like to actually be introduced by Beach Talk Radio and have a little conversation?
One of my boaters,
Yeah.
will do that.
Yeah.
I'll ask them and see if they want
Yeah.
to talk. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you're gonna bring a list of everybody that's registered there?
Correct. Yes.
Perfect. That's
Okay.
all we'll need.
then we'll do the nonprofit intros, starting at 2, and you'll have a list of who and what
Yes,
order.
yeah, the fire department would like to speak as well, but I do already
Okay.
have a list.
Perfect.
And
Good.
Jennifer, can you please tell the vendors they're welcome to eat early, so if they wanna get their meal
I-
coupon.
I
Yeah.
let them know all in a letter that I shared with Adderholt and Mr. Lightweight.
Okay.
And certainly, there'll be an opportunity more than the fire department to chat, right?
Well, I don't know that the fire department's gonna have that much of a presence. I mean, there'll definitely be an engine crew there with stuff. They're in service, so if something comes in, they have to go. Because also on Sunday is an
Then
offshore swim meet.
Oh,
And fire hired overtime for that, because this organization says, no, we need these people, we'll pay you to have them here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they called me on Friday and told me, they had asked whether, whether we wanted them at a table, and they said that they kinda like to be by the fire truck to
Right.
hand stuff out, so we have limited one table in the front, because in the beginning I had the fire department, the captains for clean water, and what was the other one? And another one in front, the Coast Guard Auxiliary in the front, but we discussed having them just stay at the fire truck, which will be parked in front of Nervous Nellies, and they can, but then at some point after 2, we'll have them come up and talk if they would like, if they have the time.
So,
And
back
it's-
to, go ahead, I'm sorry, Rick.
Well, there's still a chance that one of the inspectors, but they won't know until Friday.
So, the attendees will have an opportunity to go and make a little
yes.
talk, right?
Yep, couple minutes each, yep.
That's,
Yep.
I'm assuming that's what you told them.
Yes, John?
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay, so we got 2 o'clock nonprofit intros, 3 o'clock we do our drawings. I will assist John and probably all hands on deck, making sure that we match numbers with people and keeping track of who won what.
Do we have double tickets?
Curtis?
Oh, they're there.
Look at it, good boy, there we
No.
go, and name tags, nice, okay.
So there's a thought there that I just learned from experience, and maybe yes, maybe no. Last event I worked, as you were handing out the tickets, we just put a number on the back of them. So if you're the 50th person, 50, 50. Okay, 50 on the top ticket, 50 on the bottom
Well,
ticket.
they're numbered.
There-
I understand, but
Oh.
those are long numbers.
Oh,
But if,
Oh.
you know, you can just say, number 50.
I'm kinda concerned because Sam and Ted are probably going to be giving out from one, while we'll be giving out from another one, so I don't know that we would have that continuity in the numbers. One thing I did think about though is maybe if the person on the one that they drop in puts their initials on the back, that way we can call initials and a number and maybe that will help.
Sort of the same thing.
Yeah,
Just some sort of shortcut.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I have a JWN here, any JWNs.
Yeah.
If two people come
right,
up,
then we can,
We only
match
need
the
to
numbers.
read the last 3 digits, not the whole 6 digits.
Yeah.
On those.
yeah, but
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people,
because it goes
It's all in order.
0001, 001, or 002,
Oh,
003,
good.
so it goes like.
Oh, good, we're starting on the 1.
I mean, it
Perfect.
has the main ticket, then the last three is what you're talking about.
yeah,
yeah, last three's okay. It's just people like me.
yes,
That's to dig your glasses out, that's
Yes.
to look at it. You know, but whatever
Okay.
whatever you wanna do.
okay, 3:30 tear down, 4 o'clock concert, we have a cocktail, everything is good. Alright, all good? Nonprofits and organizations, Jennifer, did we have any additions or deletions, are we good as what we had?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect,
There was somebody I had contact you since the last meeting. Library.
Yes, we had discussed that at the last meeting.
We
that
did,
they were
okay.
they're on the list.
Super.
In fact, they're also donating, or letting us borrow the tables, and, we're receiving chairs. I received a phone call from Mr. Ludwig yesterday morning saying that the town didn't have, tables and chairs. So, I reached out and, Miss Fleming, Ron's wife, had helped me get the tables from the library, and this morning I just got confirmation that we do have chairs to pick up at St. Raphael Church. They do all need to be picked up tomorrow morning, and we'll need to, kind of organize that and make sure that the town is able to pick all that stuff up.
Where's it gonna be stored?
I got it squared away.
you got it
Okay.
all, okay,
Yep.
alright,
We'll be
That's
doing
all
it
we need
tomorrow
to
morning.
hear.
alright. So easy, so good. Our monetary sponsors, Florida Marine Contracting and Recovery, Beach Talk Radio, Ed, Sam, and John and his wife, thank you very much. Do we have any additional in-kind sponsors from what I had listed?
I've been in touch with the owner of the lighthouse in the Yucatan, and he's gonna provide something, but I don't know what.
Okay. And I know that we're getting something from Island Cart, but I have not seen what that is yet. I don't know if Dan gave you anything? No? Okay,
I got a check for Beach Talk Radio
okay,
that I put in our pot yesterday at the beginning of the week, but nothing from Island Cart, to
Okay.
your knowledge.
okay.
Just to make a double check. You did get my check, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh, well, where'd you send it here?
No, we dropped it off, to a lady at the trailer.
At the mooring field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we dropped it off, what's today? I think we dropped it off Friday.
I wasn't here Friday, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, just double check
I
it.
will, I will.
Yeah.
Okay, so we should have
I mean, she
300,
knows what to do, she would've put it, she probably already got it sent to Sherry.
so we should have $3,300 in our pot, which is terrific.
Just to go back in regards to the tables and chairs, I just wanted to give you, I received a text message, from Jan. It said to call Bob when heading to St. Raphael after the library, and he will let them in. And I have his contact number, and they can text him when they leave the library with the tables.
Okay, can I get that number?
I'll
You can
text
get-
it.
Yeah, you can give it to him. So we're good at picking everything up tomorrow, and then when does it all get returned? On Monday, and that's fine, or do they need it back Sunday, or
I think Monday is
fine?
okay.
Okay,
I was planning on turning everything back Monday morning.
okay. All right, did anybody else have any reach outs with, did you ever hear back from Snook Mike?
I've turned in.
Yes, big bag of stuff.
Okay, so
It's
I don't,
shirts,
didn't
it's
have,
several shirts and hoodie and stuff like
okay,
that.
so merchandise, lovely.
Yeah.
I got, if you're asking what we secured since the last meeting,
Yes,
yes, I got a $75 gift certificate from the Pancake House,
okay, lovely.
and I've tried multiple times to hook up with Doc Ford's and Dixie Fish, which is one. They gave me they said there was one person at corporate that handled
Sure.
that. I've reached out twice now and haven't been able to get a call back, or if anybody knows anyone there personally, they're welcome to help, but I got a feeling now that they haven't come back within the last 5-6 days. They don't want to.
Okay. All right, so the additions to my list would be Snook Bite, Bagel merchandise, $75 from the Island Pancake House, and Lighthouse Yucatan something,
Yeah.
TBD. Perfect. All right, supplies. Curtis, you've got clipboards, name tags.
I have 4 clipboards, I have the name tags, I got tickets, I got the chuck tape and the sack that John Wesley Nash gave me last week. What else do I need? I think that's it.
You were gonna bring a cooler.
Oh yeah, I have the coolers,
Voter list.
butter list.
Okay, maybe bring a couple of copies just in case
Yeah,
something
absolutely, yeah,
gets
yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah, I'll bring several.
Okay,
And then, we're gonna be sending out our invite again, this week, and then it'll be sent out Friday, right when we leave for the day
okay.
as well.
Have you had anybody contact you and say, hey, this is great, or I know I'm coming?
Yeah,
or-
we've had people, talk to us about it when we're around doing the pump outs and everything like
Great.
that, so, yeah, I think we'll have a good show. But I think next year, I think it is a good, plan to, we can discuss on the debrief, but to have it more, maybe move this thing up a month to March.
Okay,
Will we have more people down here during the more in the season, you know, 'cause
Right.
we're kinda outside of it. You can tell I have less voters than I did, a couple weeks ago right now.
and I know you guys have some historical perspective
We
on
kinda
that.
did that on purpose, but we can always discuss it
Right.
when it comes around
Right,
next year.
absolutely, okay.
Speaking
Gotcha.
of the cooler, is that cooler for the waters and ice? Is that what you're bringing the
Yeah, you
coolers
can
for?
use
And-
these coolers for whatever you want. I'm bringing my personal coolers too, so,
Great.
you
And,
know,
and Ed and I are gonna bring water and ice
I
and,
should have at least
Probably his
3 coolers that I'm bringing. One of them's 35, other one's a 65 quart Yeti, and then I got a 35 quart tub with a top that comes off.
we're gonna bring about 200 bottles of water and ice, so that should be plenty of coolers
Okay,
for.
okay.
So you don't need my cooler?
Probably not.
We're probably good on coolers.
Yeah, we're probably good on coolers, and you got one in the back of the truck in case we need it.
I can do that.
You know what, you probably have plenty of coolers for a couple hundred for some water, don't you? If
Yeah,
you bring all
what
those.
I said will house
Yeah,
all those waters.
We'll just bring water and ice.
And I think we can put one of those coolers somewhere near the nonprofit, so it's easier for them to
You spread them around.
get water if they need it.
We can kinda give them their own cooler.
Yeah.
I'll bring a cooler, and if we need it, we need it. If we don't, we don't. I was just gonna throw the water and ice in the cooler, cause I would.
Yeah, I'm leaving them all, I'm leaving them in the cases so we can carry them around a lot easier until we're
Okay.
ready to break them up.
Alright,
Okay, I've got double-sided Velcro for Miss Jennifer. I'll bring the VIP list for check-in. I did send an invitation out to all of the people. I'm just waiting for a couple of responses, Frankie and Chad. Otherwise, we've got our committee plus guest, Dan and Megan Allers, Jim Adderholt, Scott and Jackie, And we've got Curtis, Bobby, Patty, and Rich,
It looks like it's just gonna be me and Bobby.
just you and
They
Bobby.
have other
Okay.
commitments.
And Sam invited Eva on
Yeah.
the staff because she
Okay.
corresponds with us, so,
Okay.
and then I'm waiting to
I didn't
hear
really
from-
invite her, I told her I would tell
Okay.
you to invite her.
Okay.
I
All
just
right.
saw her, so if you wanna send her an email.
Okay.
Waiting to hear from Frankie and Chad, I will remind them, and then I did extend an invitation to Tom Yazzo.
Perfect.
Okay,
Madam Chair, can I
Yes,
jump
sure.
back a second?
you sure can.
We were talking about things that were being brought. The ticket containers, Jennifer, you said that you had those, I don't have to worry about those?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yep, I was still going down the list, we kinda
Mo-
jumped a little bit.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, that's all right, it happens. Okay, so Jennifer, you've got the jars, which, you know, would be fresh new jars. The A-frame sign, the list of nonprofit speakers for the intros and hand stamps.
Yes, I had some hand stamps, but I didn't think they were appropriate, so I got these, which I think are really kinda cool. They're anchors.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's
Yay.
So we have two of them, they're self-contained ink, and so it's real easy. I did get a pad just in case, but I've been using it and it's perfect, and I got two of them for
Super.
the table.
So when we give their person their drawing ticket, we're gonna stamp their hand.
Do I
Okay.
just bring all this stuff the day of, the morning of?
Yeah, that's fine, unless you want somebody else to bring it, I mean,
No, I
good either way. Signage, Sam, take us through your signage,
Okay, here we
mister.
go, real quick. I have laminated, I have the special event permit, so we've got that in hand. And John's bringing tape to secure all this stuff. I'm bringing a staple gun so we can do the tiki hut. Here's our two signs for, I don't know if everybody can see these, but this is our general register here. Here's our mooring field and VIP register here. We'll put them on one table. On the other one, we'll put general public. And
Yeah,
they pick up their meal tickets, free drawing. Okay, so that's good. So those will go on the tables. I've got two each of those. I've got the drawing rules
thank you.
that Curtis gave me. There's 4 of these. We can put them on the table and we could post them if we need to. I have 20 menus that are gonna be just the 4 items, and I am bringing a staple gun. I'll put these in the tiki hut around, we'll put them on the tables, and we'll put them at the welcome table, so we'll post them on there too. So people, hopefully the servers, it'll help them out. People will know what they want before servers ever get there. And I think that's it for the laminates.
Meal tickets,
Meal tickets. So I did 2 different meal tickets. I ordered a green paper that no one has. A lime green paper, and you can just look at this with me.
yep,
please.
yep,
Must order by 3:30. It's got the 4 items. Complimentary meal includes soft drink, tax, and tip. The green ones, okay, let me get back to green ones. And these are the regular ones, just
Uh-huh.
for everyone that comes in, for the general public, and it says at the bottom, 25%.
$25 meal, yep.
$25 meal includes, that's our special of the day.
yep,
The green ones, I'm gonna print 150 of those. Those I am gonna number.
okay,
And as I give them out, since I'm gonna have a tally sheet, I'm gonna put the numbers on there. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna meet with the staff of Snug Harbor. And if we've gone over our 80 meals, I don't need to get any white ones at all. If we haven't, I will collect all of them. In the meantime, I'll collect all the green ones. Come Monday or so, I'll get, our Monday meeting, I'll get
Yep.
together with Curtis. We'll turn them in, I'll count them in front of everybody. We'll put in, and I told them that they would be paid probably by the middle or the end of the week. So we'll put that in to be paid.
perfect.
So then one time we're gonna pay them at the middle of next week, is what you're saying?
Middle of the week after the
Okay,
event.
but that was my next question, is like, do I need to have a check for Snug Harbor for the food
No.
after, so
not
it's gonna
today.
be?
They're gonna give us back all the tickets that they collected, and whatever they collected, we'll just make sure that, well, they're not gonna get them from anybody, except I'm gonna keep really
Right.
good track of that. So when they turn those back into me, I'll count it with the person at Snug, confirm it with them, then I'll bring them here, we'll count them, I'll submit it to you, and we can give it to the town so they can we can get Snug Harbor.
We can talk
checked.
about that Monday on our
Yeah.
meeting and
Yep.
everything like that
Yep.
too, so
Yeah.
that's perfect, sounds
So you're gonna print 150 of those, but
150
likely.
of those and 200 of the coupons,
Yeah.
just optimistically.
Yeah.
But 150 of those should cover all our freebies,
Yeah,
right?
it will cover everything, I think.
If it
you know.
doesn't,
I
we'll-
think we're gonna be between 80 and 100,
Yes.
so I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
Yes, sir?
Just so I understand, you need to use the ticket by 4:30?
No,
By
by
3:30.
3:30. But you can start at 11. Like when we get there and we get set up and all the vendors, it'd be best if we all ate before the event even started. And that way we can turn the tiki over, probably have to turn it over twice. So hopefully people just won't linger at the tables there. We'll try to get them to circulate and turn them over a couple times. If we turn those tables over a couple times, there'll be there's about 50 for 50 people under the tiki. He'll probably set it up for a little bit more, and then we can expand from there a little bit. So there's probably gonna be seating for 70 or so. So if we turn that over twice, that's 200 people.
And I was gonna say, I mean, the people they don't have to be relegated to the tiki, do they? To
No.
use the coupon, so they could sit anywhere at Snug Harbor and still use the coupon?
Yes.
It's just, we're saying for proximity to the event, we'd like them in the tiki.
And I think he's just gonna move out from the tiki
Okay.
towards, we're probably not gonna go into the main restaurant, but they could use him in the main restaurant. I don't see any reason why not. He said that would be fine.
Any questions?
But just so I understand again, when you have your ticket, you must place your order by 3:30.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
because
To
they
receive
switch
it.
over to dinner.
Yeah.
That's why if we,
Yeah.
but they're starting at 11, so that'll give
Yeah.
us a chance to
Right.
get some of them out of the way. And like Chris says, if people are there at 12:30 chomping at the bit and we're ready, we'll go. We'll start registering people.
Or earlier, you know,
Yeah.
with the nonprofits.
Yeah.
My one thought that I had is if for some reason we have an overwhelming interest in the $25 meal deal, will we be able to give people like one for their family and they could order multiple times using that coupon and maybe Snug just writes ×2 or something on it, or
The only reason we're even keeping coupons for that is just if we didn't
To
go over our
meet
80
our-
meals.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, and I'm gonna print 200 on my, if we have more than that, we can just tell people, tell your server.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
All right, I just wanna make sure that we can, you know, that Snug is cool with that and they understand that.
But I think
you know,
that's a great idea. If there's a bunch of people and they're gonna eat together, we
Yeah.
just need to get one.
Okay.
That's the special of the day.
Okay, and John, you were going to bring some sort of a list of the drawing items so that we
Yes.
can,
I'll have a list, and then, which I guess Ed can call out.
right,
And then every, like every gift certificate, every thing will have an envelope, sealed in envelope and written on the side on it. So someone brings it up with their ticket, we hand them the envelope.
okay, perfect.
Would you like me to laminate that so we can post it?
Yes, please. Can you?
No, I'm kidding. No, we can't. I mean, it's nice. It's gonna be a nice long list of a bunch of stuff.
Oh, it
People are gonna
is.
wanna stick around.
Oh, it is. I misunderstood you. I thought laminate each.
Oh.
No, but we
Yeah,
should have a
you
sign.
cannot open it.
We should have a sign with the list. And,
Okay.
So I will
I
put,
was gonna go to, somewhere and get that, but if you can help with that, that'd be great.
If you do it on your computer, if you just wanna call me, I'll come by, or you can drop, I just live right
Right.
down the street. You can, bring it over and I'll laminate a few of those. We'll tape them on our welcome desk and we can post them.
and then
Okay.
we'll pick up one when
Right.
we're doing the thing. and-
Excellent. So yeah, again, to you by Friday?
Yeah.
Friday?
So if you hear
Actually, by Friday.
what we're
not
getting,
Before
I'll
5.
contact him tomorrow and say
Okay.
I need it by Friday.
yeah, okay, so that we know,
Yeah,
and
'cause
I
you might not
will,
know until last
I
minute,
will
so
find out
it's
from
like,
Dan
it's
what it
only
is
good.
that he's contributing. Okay.
Can I get clarification on the A-frame sign on what, is to be said? I have, sponsors, in-kind sponsors on one side. Anything else?
Were you thinking of using it as a directional of something, or just a welcome on one side and a list of something, a welcome and maybe the time frame,
Okay.
what's happening from 1 to 3:30, meal deal, 1:45 boaters intros, 2 nonprofit intros, yeah, free prize drawing, just so that people are clear about what we're
Should I
doing.
mention some of the prizes or the drawing or? no?
You know,
I
we
guess we
could,
already have the,
Yeah, I think we're okay with that, yeah. But definitely thanks to the sponsors. Okay, we are so close. Communication, we've got the information on social media. I've seen the Chamber and Beach Talk Radio have publicized it. You've got your communication to the boaters going on, and you're talking to them and getting the excitement going.
Yes.
And then I talked to Nicole the other day and mentioned if she could reach out to media to see if somebody wanted to come cover it, so maybe you can follow up with her on that.
I will. Absolutely.
And maybe Chris can go over to Wahoo Willie's before the event and get on the radio one last time.
Jim's gonna be on it.
Okay, yeah, so
Mr.
Jim,
Vice Mayor's gonna
Yeah,
be on
yeah.
Oh,
Beach
Jim's
Talk
gonna be on
Radio
it?
before,
but we can
before,
definitely go over
Perfect.
and photobomb him. I
Yep.
mean,
And-
Yeah.
I have no.
And he did a nice, if you watched town council, whenever, yesterday or day
Yeah.
before, Jim did a nice, thing about, the event.
Okay, and last thing, day of event assignments. So we've got voter VIP and nonprofit registration. We've got Sam and Ted. Got me and John doing public registration and drawing tickets. Jennifer's in charge of nonprofits. I'll liaise with BTR, floaters and greeters, Ed and Ron, and you'll help with band setup. And then when we get to the drawing, John and I will do that, but we probably will need some other people to like help us keep track and find people. Yeah. All right, that is my list. We got through that in record time.
And just so you know, I have signs from the library to put the nonprofits and the organizations, and they'll be, in front of the tables.
Lovely.
So people will know which table is theirs.
Okay, so are they bringing their own signage that they'll put in that, or are you
No,
creating
I'm gonna
it for-
make them, and
Okay.
I was just gonna, use, some like anchors and seashells and stuff around it, just to make it a little bit more festive.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. I don't get to use my lamination machine.
No, but that'll look
Yes.
nice and
Oh.
consistent, that when people are looking for it, they'll know.
A
what
little
they're
bit
looking for.
sturdier too, in case it's really windy.
It will be.
And it's going to be 86 and sunny,
Yes, it's
so
looking beautiful.
thank you, weather goddesses.
oh, also, I have all the parking passes
Oh, okay,
for the,
So I will need those.
yeah, we will give them out on the day of the event to your people.
as they come up.
I was
Yes,
told to keep them in my hands. I was told to do that.
Okay, can you hand them over, cause they're gonna be looking for me, they were directed to look for me, I'm gonna have a vest, so I can hand them out as they're driving through.
Yeah, when we get there at 10 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Will do.
All right, what else?
What time do you want us there?
10 o'clock. And, you know, we'll be early, that's fine, we'll mill around, we'll, you know, we'll go photobomb Jim on Beach Talk Radio and
We will.
whatever we need to do. All right. If there's nothing else, I will close out this meeting at 12:59. Thank you all very much, and looking forward to Sunday.
Yes.
See you Sunday.
Thank you.